Hello, Retro Crew. As you can tell from the title, today we're going to be ranking the Batman actors. I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons.
So we're only going to be doing live action Batman. We're not going to be doing like video games or cartoons or comics or anything like that. It's not going to be voiceovers. It's just going to be the people who played them. So we have 7 different ones. We have Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, Pattinson. What's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Adam West, and there's one more.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck. So we're going to start at 7 and work our way to our top. And do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can.
Alright, so my number 7 is Val Kilmer. I don't think he should have played Batman in my opinion. I think he's a good actor, but he's not a Batman.
Right.
He just came across as weird and awkward to me. I didn't like Val Kilmer as Batman.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not my idea of a Batman or Bruce Wayne. I don't think he portrayed either side of the character good. Came off as awkward and weird, I think.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say it for my number 7. I also put Val Kilmer. Because for the life of me, I can't remember one part of his movie.
No.
I must have seen it, but nothing sticks out in my mind with him. So I don't know. It might be that it just wasn't good, or it might be that I haven't seen it enough for recently.
I think in that movie they tried to go more of the effect of being Batman played on Bruce Wayne. Because there was like a therapist in the movie that he kept talking to. Remember, he was beating up a punching bag and he thought she was getting beat up, so he broke her door down to get in.
No.
No?
That doesn't sound familiar to me. I guess I just expunged it from my mind completely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure he tried and worked with what the writers and directors gave him.
Well, like I said, I like Val Kilmer in other movies. I just don't think he plays a good Batman or Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I don't know, he came off as awkward and not how Bruce Wayne or Batman is supposed to be in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Not menacing as Batman, not rich playboy style of Bruce Wayne. Like, just weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Couldn't have been that good because
you don't remember any of it?
Yeah. Like I said, it's probably not his fault. It's probably the writers and directors. And he's just doing what they told him to do, but if he couldn't make it pop in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, just a weird pick, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why they picked him. Maybe he was popular at the time or something.
Probably.
Alright, so number 6. For number 6, I put George Clooney.
Me too.
And kind of for the same reason. I can see him more as Bruce Wayne than as Batman, but I think he played a horrible Batman. Plus he had the nipple suit, which he always makes fun of.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that movie was just... I think they tried to put too many characters in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Poison Ivy, Bane, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you had Robin and Batgirl.
Yeah. That one I do remember a bit better, but he's still my number 6 too, because like you said, he doesn't fit my idea, I guess, of Batman.
Yeah. He's a better Batman than Kilmer was, but he's not a very good Batman. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's good.
And he's a better Bruce Wayne than Val Kilmer, but still not great. Like, I can see him as Bruce Wayne more than Val Kilmer. He's a little bit better as Bruce Wayne than he is Batman.
Yeah.
But still, he's not great at either.
Yeah.
And again, I think that might just be the time the movie came out. They're making him a little bit more campy at that time.
Yeah.
Which I don't see Batman as being. He's kind of a serious superhero or a hero.
Like he had his own credit card.
Yeah.
It was like expires never or something like that.
Unlimited limit. And
yeah. Never leave the cave without it.
Yeah.
They like hit their feet together and skates
came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just...
Again,
the time for movies when they like to put gadgets in. Like James Bond during that time had non-stop gadgets.
Yeah.
Batman did. It was just a weird time in movie making for heroes, I think.
Yeah, again,
spies.
he like that's more of the writers and directors and stuff. But still, he didn't really do it for me as Batman or Bruce Wayne. I remember bits and pieces of that one, but nothing.
Nothing overly. So that was your number 6 as well?
Yeah.
All right. I swear we wrote these lists separately. We didn't do them together.
Right.
All right, so my number 5 is Robert Pattinson. And I like his movies. I think he's a good actor. Or I like his Batman movie. I think he's a good actor, but I don't know. Batman as Bruce Wayne is supposed to be like outgoing and kind of eccentric, and he was just dark and brooding the whole time. Like, he was the same as Batman as Bruce Wayne. Like, no change at all.
Yeah.
Like, dark and brooding and depressed, and I like to kind of see Bruce Wayne as, like, out there partying and, you know.
Yeah, like the mask, like the actual mask. Yeah. Batman's the real identity, and Bruce Wayne's the...
Yeah, the fake. And they were kind of just the same character. Just one had a mask on and fought crime at night, and the other one just dark and brooding. And
yeah, he didn't really spend a lot of time out of the suit in that one either.
No, so. But I don't know. Like I said, I like the movie, and I want to see him as Batman again. Mm-hmm. But he just wasn't my favorite portrayal of Batman out there.
Right.
I mean, definitely better than Clooney and Val Kilmer.
I can agree with that.
It's like his movie was a lot darker than theirs, and it wasn't campy, and there was good fighting, and like it was more realistic than any other Batman movie. Like when he dove off the building and like gliding.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he had a graceful landing because the cape slowed him down. Like that wouldn't happen in real life.
Nope.
It'd be like you're wearing one of those bodysuits, and if you hit the ground, you would actually sustain damage. So it was a good movie, but I like to see like a little bit difference between the Batman and the Bruce Wayne characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why I put him as number 5.
Yeah. So at my number 5, I put Adam West, just because I don't know. He's like, don't get me wrong, he's a great Batman and a great Bruce Wayne, but it's just a very different portrayal, and it's just a sign of the times.
Yeah.
And we grew up with him. Like the movie was one of my favorites when I was younger. But it's just, I don't know. He doesn't like change from when he's Bruce Wayne to Adam West, really, does he? His voice, or when he's Bruce Wayne to Batman.
He's like very campy, and what that was like, that I understand. That's how they wanted the show to be.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I really like it. I like his portrayal of it, but it's just like, I don't know,
he's not really Batman.
No.
Like in the actual comic sense, or
yeah. I mean, it's really enjoyable. It's better than Clooney's or...
Yeah, for sure. It's better than Clooney and Val Kilmer's.
Yeah, it sticks in your head. And
if you've never seen the show, I suggest picking it up and watching it. Like, it's way better than I thought it was going to be.
I didn't expect to like it that much, but it was really funny and good.
And the movie's good, too.
Yeah.
It's just a continuation of the show. And I like that effect they always do when someone that comes out of a building.
Yeah. And the Riddler's things, they're just like the most outlandish answers, but they just jump right to it.
Yeah.
Of course. It couldn't be anything but that.
Yeah, like what's dangerous in a tree or something?
Yeah.
A canary with a machine gun.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. They're planning to get rid of Bruce Wayne, like launch him out a window into an octopus's arms.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. I mean,
it's just really funny.
Yeah. And that's not really what Batman was supposed to be. I know they were going for a different direction, and it was the 60s.
Yeah.
They had
that's what makes it so good, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Batman movies, they're trying to go kind of serious, but kind of funny, and it's just over the top. Like, this is over the top on purpose.
Yeah.
That's over the top because of the times, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say, but...
Yeah. But when I think of Batman, even though he is a really famous and popular Batman, my mind doesn't go to him. It goes more to, like, the all-black suit and hiding in the shadows and...
Yeah.
Like... You shine light into the sky to get him. You don't have like a bat phone on your...
Yeah.
or
like
bat shield.
A bat shield, yeah. He just had it on his belt and the thing was huge. You could hide behind it.
Yeah.
Then instead of like putting it back in his belt, he just like threw it on the ground.
Yeah, and the Batusi. This is what introduced Bat to like all of his stuff too, isn't it? Like the Batarang and the bat phone and the bat pole. And the...
Yeah.
That was another thing, sliding down the pole to get... And then they were just in the bat suit.
Yeah. Like, how did that happen?
I don't know. And it always had their names on it, but that one time it didn't, and you noticed it, and it was like integral to the plot.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
All right, so number 4. For number 4, I put Ben Affleck. And like I've said in a previous video, I think Ben Affleck's a good Batman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that people have done it better.
Yeah.
Like he's a better, older, wiser Batman. They actually show like his detective skills, kind of, and his planning, and like in Batman vs Superman, he actually takes out Superman because of all his planning, and
yeah, like shows him
like
setting
they
up
actually
beforehand.
they showed that in this movie, and I liked it. And like one of my best scenes of Batman is when he goes to save Superman's mother in that warehouse there.
That is a good scene.
That's one of my favorite Batman scenes of all time that I've ever, like, in any movie, in any Batman, anything.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. So that's why I put him at number 4.
Yeah. So my number 4 is Robert Pattinson, and just like that really showed his detective skills, like showing up at the crime scene, and it was like grittier, and the Riddler was like more true to life, just a Zodiac style.
Yeah, is it an actual threat instead of some of these bad guys that.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was like him starting out, so maybe he didn't know how to balance the Bruce Wayne and Batman aspects of his life, type of thing. Like it was like a year 1 type of thing. He was just getting going on it.
Right?
Yeah. And he kind of had growth, and he was more about like beating up bad guys and things like that. And then that real threat happened, and he had to like the whole city actually flooded. Like he didn't save it from.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to stop the Riddler's plan, so he had to like join in.
He helped after with cleanup and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they can like really flesh out his character in the next movie and make it a lot better. And I think he'll move up in my list if they do. But just going by the Batman or whatever it's called, like,
and he was surprising. Like I didn't know that he was going to be that good as a Batman, because it's like, oh, that guy from Twilight. I think a lot of people had that. I haven't really seen him he was in Harry Potter.
I think I hope he kind of bulks up a little bit more for the second one too. Like it's kind of a small Batman.
Yeah.
And I know like Adam West is like not at all imposing or threatening or beefy or anything, but back then they didn't really need to.
Yeah. He was all West, as he said. Yeah. Like I didn't need the plastic abs or plastic muscles, whatever he says.
Yeah, that was all West.
Yeah. But another thing, like you were saying, is true to life, like his gliding was more realistic and all that. And when he was getting hurt at the end and like getting tired and stuff, he like injected adrenaline or something into himself. Like
it wasn't like he was just nonstop and he could go.
Yeah.
It actually showed that he got tired and injured and stuff.
Right. So I think it was a pretty good portrayal, and like you said, if we get to see more of him, he could even jump up the list.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think after the second one comes out, if they do it right, he's going to move up on my list for sure.
Yeah, I think it was handled really well and surprised a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, and like we said, it was a lot darker than any other Batman they've ever had.
And just like that first scene when he comes up to the bad guys, and some of them see the bat signal in the sky, and they're like, no, to run.
Yeah.
And like they're scared of him already, which they're supposed to be. That's this whole thing is fear.
Yeah.
But then that one guy like doesn't get scared of him. He like goes a little overboard, beating him up.
Yeah.
That was a pretty neat scene too.
Yeah. All right. So number 3.
Yep.
My number 3 is Adam West, and like we said, we know it's campy, and I don't know. It's like before I saw the show, I thought it was going to be good, but I didn't know I was going to like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
And I just really like him as Batman.
It is.
I don't know.
It is.
It's hard to say.
It's just like a very different take on the character.
And the fact that like a lot of people don't like to get typecast when they're actors, but like he loved that he was Batman, and like through his whole career, like he didn't care. He just loved playing Batman. And
he seemed like a pretty good sport, because like look at him on Family Guy making fun of himself.
Yeah,
like he was a very crazy character on that. He didn't really call attention to being Batman, but
but Adam West, you could tell he loved being Batman, and Like, that's part of what I love about it, too. Like, some of the actors, like, they could care less if they were Batman. Like, if you talk about George Clooney and him talking about Batman, and
yeah, right.
he just, like, he makes fun of it the entire time, but
yeah.
Adam West knew he was goofing off and, like, playing Batman as campy and funny, and he loved it.
Yeah.
He loved every second of it.
Yeah, he was a really good sport.
Yeah.
Like, he even kind of made fun of himself on Fairly Odd Parents about it, too. There's a character called Catman, and he played him. He was like a very similar suit, and he was crazy, and he was just like a really good sport about it, and he didn't care.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know, I think that's why I like him so much as Batman.
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to be weird and awkward and funny, and he just plays it perfectly, and he loved doing it.
Yeah.
And he loved it even his entire career. He just loved that he was Batman.
Yeah, if you talk about Adam West, that's instantly what pops to your head.
Yeah.
I don't even know of other things that he did, except, like I said, Fairly Odd Parents or Family Guy.
Yeah, but alright, so what's your number 3?
I put Ben Affleck as number 3. Because, like you said, he was an older, kind of grittier one, and he'd brand the bad guys with his bat symbol, and like, he really took the role seriously. He bulked up for it, and he really did a good job with it. And a lot of people just complained, and they wouldn't give him much of a chance, give him his own film kind of thing.
Yeah, I wish they'd give him his own film. When we have a video about that, we'll link it up above.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see him get more movies.
Yeah. A movie of his own, at least one.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved a Ben Affleck Batman movie. I would still these days.
And he kind of broke all the stereotypes, like Batman doesn't kill, Batman doesn't use guns.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a dream sequence or whatever when he went to the desert.
I don't think it was, because he actually got what he needed there.
Oh yeah, the kryptonite I think he was after.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty neat scene too. Like, he had different costumes.
Yeah, he kind of didn't follow the Batman norms that you all think of, or that everyone thinks of, I should say.
Yeah. And like you said, he planned ahead, and it showed him, like, working out for his fight with Superman and setting up traps and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it actually showed him working out and all that stuff, which none of the other Batmans do, really.
No, it showed Christian Bale doing, like, push-ups once, but...
Yeah. But not, like, a serious anything.
Yeah, and he was pretty good as Bruce Wayne, too. He wasn't, like you said, like, kind of outgoing and giving to charities and all that kind of stuff, but he kind of played it different. Like, Batman he had a voice changer and all that.
Yeah.
Like, Bruce Wayne he dressed nice and he went to parties and all this kind of stuff, and you could mingle.
Yeah. Yeah, and it also showed him, like, planning for the Justice League and all that. Like,
right.
It showed that he actually thinks about things and not just most of the movies, except for the Robert Pattinson one, don't really show that. I know he kind of does some science, Adam West, in these ones, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a good Batman.
Yeah.
Alright, so my number 2 is Michael Keaton. And the reason I put him at number 2 is, like, he was the first person I saw as Batman, and I loved his movies back when I was a kid, and nowadays I still love him. Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah. Those were good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a great Batman. And he came back for The Flash, too. Or Flash, or whatever that movie's called, which we haven't seen, but...
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, I do, too.
Mostly for him.
Yeah, he's the reason I want to see it. I think he's one of the best Batmans. As you can tell from my list.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He is a good one.
Yeah. And he came back as a Spider-Man villain, too, recently.
Yeah, and he's coming back as Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, Michael Keaton is good in everything he's in. And it's probably because of Batman why I like him so much.
Probably.
And he played Birdman, too.
Yeah. And he was hilarious in the other guys.
Yeah.
You can't talk about Michael Keaton without mentioning that.
Yeah.
Like, he can be serious or he can be funny. He can be all these different things.
But he's a great Batman, and he's a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, he's weird and eccentric as Bruce Wayne. Then he's imposing and dark as Batman.
Yeah.
He can be funny and witty, and he kind of goes nuts once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my number 2.
Yeah. I'd put Christian Bale at number 2. Like, he's really, really good, and the Dark Knight trilogy are some of my favorite
Yeah,
Batman
those are
movies.
really good Batman movies.
Yeah, and it showed like all his training to get where he was, and like as he's beginning and putting the suit together, and how he relies on other people to help him.
And it really focuses on why he wanted to become Batman and pick bats.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's the first movie that's ever actually said why he chose the bat as a symbol, and like he wants to use fear as his weapon. Yeah, and like his mentor taught him that. And I don't know what else. I kind of lost my train of thought now. But
and The Dark Knight is probably one of the best movies ever.
It is, yeah, and wow, I don't even remember where I want to go with this now, but. He did a really good job as Batman. Like he bulked up for the role too. He's not afraid to go all out to do it. And he was able to make the switch from Bruce Wayne to Batman. Like
he was a very eccentric Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm. He'd go out and throw his money around. And he bought a restaurant for just to show off kind of thing, and like he was very different from Batman. Like irresponsible and all this kind of stuff. Just like trying to
there's
like,
the biggest swing in like personalities between him as Bruce Wayne and him as Batman.
Yeah, which I think you kind of want.
Yeah,
which I think they were going for. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and he was really good at the fighting and the.
And they showed how he learned that.
Yeah, and his what do I want to say? Not his fear tactics, but that kind of thing, like intimidation type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like he'd go in and beat people up, and then he'd disappear, and the one guy would be scared and telling him to show himself, and he'd like be right behind him, hanging upside down. And yeah. So that was all. Like I really liked him when they came out, and I'd still like him again if I watched them now.
Yeah. Well, my number one is also Christian Bale, so I'm just gonna pick up and continue.
All right.
Yeah. I like his origin story, and I like how they like showed it in the first movie, Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Knight Rises is not my favorite Batman movie, but he was still a great Batman. And
that was probably
the one thing I have to say about him is I don't really like his voice as Batman.
No, he got a lot of flack for that.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, I know what he's going for.
Yeah,
and I like how when he was in the Dark Knight, when he was interrogating the Joker.
Yeah,
that was a good scene.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up too. Like,
and they really put him in some horrible situations in the movies.
Yeah, they put him through some stuff. Like he took the flack for Harvey Dent's murders and all that stuff, and like sacrificed himself. And
Christian Bale is a great actor. I think he portrayed Bruce Wayne and Batman perfectly, both.
Yeah, he did. This is like my first real introduction to Christian Bale, and I liked him. He did a great job.
Yeah, I think he played both parts perfectly, and I think he's the only actor that actually nailed what Bruce Wayne and Batman are supposed to be.
Yeah, he did. And he wasn't afraid to make connections with people. You usually think of Batman being like a lone wolf. I mean, I know from time to time he likes Catwoman.
Yeah, like it showed him go to Japan or Tokyo or somewhere to get the guy because the police couldn't. Mm-hmm. Then he dropped him outside the police station.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he like made
Morgan Freeman's character.
Mm-hmm. Lucius Fox?
Yeah, Lucius Fox.
Yeah.
He used him for research and development and all his bad gadgets. Like, he didn't make them himself. He used his company to make them.
Yeah, and he trusted him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he thought ahead of things too. He gave himself like an alibi when he went to Tokyo or wherever he went, like you said. He said he was going out on a boat with supermodels or something.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't seem suspicious that Batman was there and Bruce Wayne was just gone too.
Yeah.
Like he actually planned for things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I think he played both parts perfectly. I think he was the best of all the 7 actors we picked, or the 7 actors that played Batman that did that.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't all dark and brooding as Bruce Wayne. He was kind of a cocky, arrogant person.
Yeah.
And as Batman, he was calculating and did what he had to do, and he was serious and...
Yep, knew how to use people's fear against him. And...
Yeah. And he's as perfect as both.
Yeah.
And that's why I picked him as number 1.
Yeah, he was very good.
Alright, and your number 1 is Michael Keaton?
Yep, Michael Keaton. probably just because of the nostalgia of growing up with him. He's the first serious Batman we saw.
Yeah.
And
he is a great Batman.
Yeah. Like, it just sticks in your head mostly, like it's moving around.
Yeah, because he couldn't move the head.
Yeah.
Because of the cowl.
Yeah, and he was good as Bruce Wayne. He's good as Batman.
Yeah.
And he was the original.
Yeah.
Live action serious. Kind of.
Yeah, the original that we've seen.
Mm-hmm. And we have seen the Adam West movie. I don't know if it was before that or after that, but
yeah.
But he really did him justice for the first time.
Yeah.
The
more serious Batman, live action Batman.
Yeah, I think he was the original. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Well, people argue about whether his is better or if Christian Bale's is better, but
yeah, it's definitely hard.
Mm.
It was a hard pick for number 1 and number 2 for me.
Yeah, I just went with Keaton because he was the original. He was our Batman when we were kids.
Yeah.
So for the nostalgia factor, I had to go with him.
Yeah, for the time the movies came out, it's hard to say who was better.
Right.
But on any given day, it could be one or another for me, one or the other.
Yeah, like you said, he came back to the role for The Flash, or Flash, or whatever movie is, so I don't think he really minded being typecast as the character, too.
No, I think he liked it, too.
Yeah. I mean, those were some movies to be proud of anyway. They were good, and they really kicked off what a superhero movie could be, or a comic book movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, so those are our picks for the top 7 Batmans. Let us know. You can tell us all 7, or you can tell us your top 3 or top 1. Let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Pick one of these 2 videos. We'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.